Pretty good, I guess. I'm okay. Just okay, yeah, because, well, I got through the week of visiting and festivities unscathed when it comes to weight. But that's, I aim for such a low rate, like a slow rate, like less than a pound and a half a week. For a guy who's almost 300 pounds, that's really not that difficult to accomplish. I'm pretty good at keeping my weight loss constant, no matter what's going on. But I did eat a lot more carbs than I should have, and I felt the effects of that. I felt sluggish. I felt a lot less energy in my workouts. I even skipped one, which is the first time in over 2 months that that's ever happened. And I saw the results in terms of my fat percentage, which for the 2-week period ending last weekend means over that 2-week period I lost a full pound of lean mass as well as a pound or 1.9 pounds of fat, and I'm not happy about that. I'm trying to keep my lean mass loss at zero, hopefully increase it. I know that's almost impossible to increase your lean mass while you're losing weight, but I was hoping to minimize any loss. So I definitely don't want a lot of weeks like that. But as long as it's just, a few, as long as those are the exception, I'm not going to stress about it. So anyway, I'm back to full strength, back to eating what I normally eat and all of that. So hopefully I'll get a better result next weekend. Okay, and I'm going to finish up talking about strength training this week. And I'll start with the squat. I didn't do squats 8 years ago when I was working out, and I didn't do them for 2 reasons. One is because every time you read anything about them or watch a video about them or anything, they always talk about how you should have a spotter, you should be doing it at least in front of a mirror. Your form is incredibly important when it comes to the squat. So that sort of scared me off of them. The other thing too is that I have a muscle imbalance due to a car accident. I have a bad knee, and I thought that lunges would be better because then I could work on the imbalance. But I hate lunges so much that it was making me not want to expand my workout to include my full body and just do upper body, just that one exercise. And so I thought, well, this is ridiculous. Why do lunges then? If it's preventing me from wanting to do a full body workout, then I'm just not going to do them. So I had to revisit the squat, and I thought back to a time when I had broken my arm and I was doing physio for that, and I was doing all kinds of exercises with weights that felt wrong, they felt uncomfortable, but I figured the therapist is the expert here, not me, so it should be okay. But we always had a heat pad around my elbow to begin for a few minutes, and then I did stretches, and then I did weights. So I applied that to starting doing squats. And so on April 3rd I did a good warm-up, I did stretches, and then I did one squat, just body weight with empty dumbbell handles, and I felt fine. And the next day I felt fine. So on April 5th I did 2, and I went on like that. And now I have the full-fledged zeal of the converted. No other exercise in my routine gives me that feeling of power and energy and strength all the way from my heels right up to my head. And it just completes my routine. And really, form is not that difficult to achieve. Like, what I do is, for a few seconds before I begin, I stand up as straight as possible, shoulders back, abs tight, and I focus on keeping my alignment like that, my spine aligned like that through the whole movement. So having those few seconds to sort of focus on my torso, it helps me keep my form. I also stare, straight ahead, and I also concentrate on getting my sticking my butt out, as if I was sitting on something. so that your center of gravity is, you want it closer to your heels than your toes. You don't want your knees to track too far forward. And I think I'm doing them. I think I'm doing them right. It feels comfortable. It feels okay. I haven't had any knee problems. I haven't had any pain anywhere, and so I think at this point I'm ready to start adding weights to my dumbbell. I've been doing them now for over a month with just body weight only. It's feels fine, so I'm going to add weights. So with the addition of the push exercise, I decided to add a pull exercise, so I decided to add the stiff leg deadlift. I prefer that name to the straight leg deadlift because if you call them straight leg deadlift, you might do what I did when I first started doing them years ago, and keep your legs totally straight without your knees bent. It's very uncomfortable, causes a lot of pain in your knee and in your hamstrings because it overstretches them. So if you want your knees a little bit bent, and for anyone like me who spends a lot of time sitting, you probably don't have a lot of flexibility in your hamstrings, and so you should focus on bending at the hips because without hamstring flexibility you're going to bend at the waist ordinarily. And so concentrate on giving your hamstrings a little stretch by bending at the hips. And you don't bend forward like this. Again, like the squat, you get your butt back. You stick your butt out so that your butt sticking out, makes you bend like that. And that's all I can really say about that. So yeah, there's strength training right there. Only 4 parts. And I hope you all have a good week. I hope my week is better than the last 2. And I will talk to you next time. Alright, have a good one. Bye.
Yes, yes, yo.